Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, how to voice the radio. So today, I think we know the Phantasmal Flames pre-release promos. Now, I gotta be honest with you, these have not been officially revealed. They have not been officially announced. These might not be the Phantasmal Flames pre-release promos. But I'm just telling you right now, I think they are. And if nothing else, we have a couple new alternate art cards we've not had a chance to talk about yet. So at the very least, we can have a nice little chat about them, which will be lovely. And let's start off here having a look at a lovely new Flygon. Now, if you're wondering why I'm pretty sure these are going to be the pre-release promos, it's because they are promos that have come around in traditional Chinese, that is Hong Kong and Taiwan. These are promos that are being given away at basically gym battles over in Japan. And there's a new battle bonus card pack, either for getting free wins or winning it in a lottery. And there are 2 cards available, one of which is Flygon. So, essentially, the reason I'm pretty sure this is a pre-release promo is because it is a card from Phantasmal Flames. Well, it's a card from Inferno X in Japan, which means it's going to be from Phantasmal Flames over here. It is a random alternate art that makes no sense as anything other than a pre-release promo. Cards that come in main sets like Phantasmal Flames, they get alternate art promos for pre-releases, and then maybe like randomly in like an end of year special set there'll be an alternate art. But we don't get just random alternate arts of regular set cards. That is just a thing that doesn't happen. So if we've got these random alternate arts, oh, and by the way, there's literally exactly 4 of them right now, I think that means they're going to be pre-release promos. Not a guarantee, not confirmed. And look, we're going to be getting these at some point. We have to get them in some way. Why would we not get them as pre-release promos? But one way or another, we are going to be getting them at some point, and it just makes way too much sense for them to be pre-release promos. Plus, look at the Flygon. It's got the set logo, obviously in traditional Chinese, right there on the card. But the question is, do we like the Flygon? Like, okay, fine, it's probably going to be a pre-release promo. What's he just told us? It's going to be a pre-release promo. Do we actually want it to be a pre-release promo? Is it any good? Well, the Flygon, what we got here is it's an interesting little card. It's got an attack, 2 energy, 130. Even with the fighting support we got lately, that's unimpressive. But we have an ability that says, during your turn, when you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, or when this Pokemon is KO'd by damage from your opponent's Pokemon, when it's active and KO'd by damage from your opponent's Pokemon, pretty important, then you get to discard 2 cards on the top of your opponent's deck. Once when you play, once when it gets KO'd. Yeah, that's not terribly impressive, I'm sorry. But the other one, which is coming out in this gym battle over in Hong Kong and Taiwan, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a pre-release promo, way better card, it's the new Ceruledge. I adore the new Ceruledge. I think the new Ceruledge is awesome. Personally, this is going to be the pre-release promo that I want. This is going to be the one that I'm after. Because it's got an attack for 1 fire energy that does 220, and you have to discard 4 basic fire energy from your hand. And if you can't discard 4 basic fire energy from your hand, and it has to be basic fire, not anything else, then this attack fails. Hang on a second. Isn't that terrifying? Nah, mate. We good. And the reason that we good is because we got that new Fire Breather card. The one that lets you search your deck for 7 basic fire energy. Oh. Yeah. So, basically, use Fire Breather, search for 7 basic fire. 1 goes on to Ceruledge to pay for the attack. The other 6 go into your hand, and 4 are discarded to pay for this attack, and the other 2 just kind of chill around in your hand for a little bit. And oh, yeah, that's actually really quite good. Honestly, and 220 for a single energy on a single prize Pokemon is, stage 1, is pretty good. The only thing that would make this better is if we had another Pokemon, preferably also Ceruledge, just so it's in the same evolution line and makes things nice and easy, that could take advantage of all that energy in the discard pile. Oh yeah, we got Ceruledge EX that for a single fire energy does 30 damage plus 20 more for each energy card in your discard pile. So in the early game, you sit there doing 220 with Ceruledge, which is brilliant. And then you get to the point where, oh, you know what, 220 is not enough anymore. Oh, wait, I've got my big EX doing redonkulous damage because of all the energy I've just put into the discard pile. Oh, look how that worked out. Assuming this is a pre-release promo, and I've made it very clear that I think it is. Yeah, this is the pre-release promo that I want. This is the one that I'm going to be hoping for because I think this is redonkulous. Love this card. I don't know if Ceruledge got a boost recently, but I think it's getting another boost here. And I think this card is great. And I absolutely want to be playing it. It's going to be the one that I'm after. But there are another couple of cards that have come out as well. And again, we're talking Hong Kong and Taiwan. And this is a product I showed you a little while ago. There is a Charizard box. Everything's Charizard nowadays. And in that Charizard box, there is a promo pack. And there are various promos available, including the one we all really want, the stamped alternate art Charizard. Side note, this is not going to be a pre-release promo. There were, back in the day, we had actually EX pre-release promos at times. They were amazing. Not happening now. But there were two others, one of which is the Toxtricity. And yes, I do think this is going to be a pre-release promo. And yes, I do think this is going to be a particularly good pre-release promo. Big fan of this one. You see, what this one does, there's an ability whereby once during your turn, but it's once per turn per Toxtricity, you can search your deck for a darkness energy and attach it to one of your darkness Pokemon, one of your bench darkness Pokemon. And then you have to put 2 damage counters on the one you put the energy on. But you're attaching from your deck. And there's things like, well, let's take the Weavile. And the Weavile we know is going to be a 3-pack blister promo, so we actually have an English look at the card. And that does a lot of extra damage on the condition that you have 50 or less HP remaining. Well, if you get 2 Toxtricity out and use this ability twice, you put 2 energy onto Weavile, which is how many you need in order to use the ability, while also putting Weavile from 90 HP down to 50, and oh, look. Look how that worked out. But also in a pre-release, oh my word, this Toxtricity is going to be amazing. Being able to accelerate energy on a stage 1 from your deck, so you don't have to find the energy, you don't have to discard the energy, you just grab it out of your deck. Oh yeah, this is going to be a very nice pre-release promo. And then finally, from that same pack, we've got Zacian. And Zacian also makes a lot of sense very specifically as a pre-release promo, because what we've got from the Zacian here is 2 energy, 50 damage, but if your opponent's got 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, it does an extra 90. But of course, in pre-releases, your opponent starts with 4, so they take 1 prize, and oh look, now this is in range. And if you look at these Pokemon, the fact that Zacian is going to be doing the extra damage almost immediately makes it work really nicely in pre-releases. The fact that Toxtricity accelerates energy from your deck makes it particularly good in pre-releases. Ceruledge, I mean, look, 220 for a single energy. If you discard, this seems like a really fun pre-release deck. And the Flygon does kind of stand out as much worse than the others, but I suppose if you get it out, 2 energy, 130 in a pre-release is pretty good. And even milling 4 cards in a pre-release deck, we've only got 40 cards and you're playing fewer copies of everything because you might not have what you need. Even that's going to be particularly good. But the fact remains, we've got these 4 cards, all of which are going to be in Phantasmal Flames, all of which we now have these random alternate arts from nowhere that make no real sense. And they all kind of work as pre-release promos. They are the kind of cards that we normally get as pre-release promos. And if I'm wrong, take this video as, hey, did you see those 2 alternate arts that have just been revealed? Oh, and don't forget about these other ones we saw the other day. But I don't think that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are actually seeing this is going to be our pre-release promo set for Phantasmal Flames, and I think that's awesome. But I've told you about that all now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Andrew Kincaid, who's been a supporter of ours for a while, is definitely a lovely person, can often be found at events helping people enjoy the game a bit more, and is generally just awesome. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.